And one time no whammy. So let's get him on the first poll so I don't even have to bother. This is it. I can tell already. And we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, no way. Hello everybody, the world's best Blake Anderson impersonator is here today, and what I want to do for you today is explain to you all of the massive mistakes that I've made in Exos Heroes and how not to do them. Unfortunately, I have spent a lot of money in the game, and I have also made a lot of mistakes because I've had a lot of resources to make mistakes with. So what I'm going to do is break down those mistakes for you, and kind of throw in a few tips and tricks, basic stuff, and hopefully you aren't going to make the same mistakes I did, because there are a lot of things looking back that were just flat out stupid. Also, it looks like 56% of the people who watch my videos every single day aren't subscribed. So if you want to subscribe, it'll help you find my videos easier. Plus, it will help me know on this video you guys want more Exos Heroes content. If I get a lot of subscribers on Exos Heroes videos, I'll go after that. Pretty much that easy. I try to do what the audience wants to see. All right, with that being said, let's roll the intro.
Well, pod. Welcome, 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 well, pod. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Darth Microtransactions channel, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. Well, pod, welcome back.
All right, mistake number one. Can you see it? It's available right on the screen right now. Yep, not using my levy stones. So if you're not going to be playing the game for a minute, you absolutely have to click on your exploration, go here and make sure you're in like the highest level one, right? You're not all the way back in the beginning, and you do the log out and explore. You let it go, yep, you say okay, and you let it log out and explore. Because my issue is I keep forgetting to do this, and this is where you get the majority of your blessings. I don't know about you guys, but I can run almost every single day, or I think every day at this point if I do it manually, of the very last of the Blessed Sanctum, and I like never get the holy waters, ever. The red waters, never, okay? But I always get them from exploration. So just log out, log back in later, get your freebies. I just don't forget to do this, okay? I do this all the time. Just in the time it took for me to log back in, I got these rewards already. Now, I'm not saying this a ton of rewards, but I mean, I literally just logged out and logged back in. Also, this is important to understand. Both the 5-star and the 4-star, when it comes to enhancing these creatures, they cost the same. So you want to sell your 4 stars and only use the 5 stars because you'll save money. I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's 55% chance. So if you gamble it, right, and it doesn't go through, watch, I'll do it for you. I'll eat the bullet. So let's go through. Pow, skip it. It was success. So I'll do it again. Yay, it was successful. You go again. This is the same cost. And we would know for a fact it would be successful with the 5-star. Okay, this one was a failure. Pow, we just lost our money. Right? Just gone like that. Plus you lost the creature, which in itself could have been sold. So it was a double waste. Whereas all you can do is just go pow, pow, pow. It doesn't even matter the typing of it. It's a 5-star. So that is why you want to keep your 5, sell your 4s. Also, I'm just going to throw in with that, not doing my daily quest. So I'm level 52. You miss so much free Zez by not leveling every day, because the leveling every day, eventually you get level 55 and you get like 5,000 Zez. It's just a huge mistake. I should have been doing this every day. I didn't realize it was basically the only way to get user experience, and I was kind of like, meh. Also, not realizing these are a scam early enough. Like, I actually threw some Zez into this trying to get stuff right in the beginning. It's so bad. You don't realize how bad it is until you actually start like spending Zez on it, but no, it's quite terrible. I wouldn't recommend ever using the Airship Forge really for anything. The Door of Creation's where it's at when it goes to like forging weapons or armor for sure. Like don't get baited into the other way. You want to do it this way because you get mileage as well. So it's just in every way it's superior, unless you get unlucky like that. But still, make sure you do your attendance also. Grab your attendances every single day, not just to help your squad out, but you get free Zez there too, just to throw that in. I would say going for every banner is definitely a mistake, like the boosted ones. I think there's only certain ones you want to go for. There's a lot of characters that are kind of dead in the water once you even get them. And I also kind of feel that way about the Dragon Knights, Emperor Knights, whatever we're going to call these guys. I feel like they're great, but you don't need all of them or even many of them. I feel like you only need maybe a couple of them, or you could get away with maybe even just having one of them, really. I mean, maybe this chick is probably the one you want the most, if we're being honest. You want FC Anastasia, but... you know, or Xeon. The other ones I kind of feel like, I mean, Rare is great. We're all admit Rare is great, but it's like, I feel like you can do without them. You know what I mean? You can definitely do without them. Like, Ramj, I didn't even go for at the end because I realized this. That being said, this character is ridiculously good, and I'm going to go ahead and go for his banner. Here we go. And one time, no whammies. Let's get him on the first poll so I don't even have to bother. Wait for it. This is it. I can tell already. And we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, no way. Oh, come on. Dude, that is the most hardcore bait of my entire life. Oh, come on. I'm heartbroken, man. Heartbreak. I mean, I guess I confuse them, but still, like, what was that? I mean, it's on the any rightful person would have thought that is that. Okay, so anyway, this brings me to another good point, which is that the strings are kind of scams, because like even if it's a string you really like, because you can still pull these FC characters. Really, we get another one. You can still pull these FC characters during the banner, and what you realize is they're gonna non-stop have these banners. Like, they're pumping these things out. There's always one going, right, guys? So it just means if you want the newest character and you're gonna go for the banner up for the newest character every time, you're eventually gonna get all the FCs anyway. So the strings are kind of scams, unless what you're doing is you want a certain segment of released ones. And I'll give you an example here if we ever actually get out of the character polling screen. Another one, the only time we don't want one. Can we actually, how awesome would it be we get another one here? Brown cape, no, okay. Well, you can't get too greedy. Now can I? All right, thank you very much. Well, we got second FC Ridley, so that's kind of hilarious, I guess. Man, now I lost my point. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. And my point, of course, being that if you want a certain segment of the characters, then the good way to do that is you can do the string of creation when they have the ones you want in the bundle. For instance, probably wouldn't have wailed out so hard on Baelish, Anastasia, and Xeon. I pitied all of them. I wouldn't have done that if I had known in 25 days we can get all three of them in a string of creation. That would have been cool to have that list earlier, but I guess they can't really have the string of creation out to let you know that until all the characters are released, but still you feel a little bit like baited at the end. So that's the time I do think string of creation might be worth it if there's like three really good characters, or for whatever reason you just want the one king. Like, I really wanted FCG, I think she's cool. So then yes, otherwise, if you're doing the banner polls, you're gonna get them all eventually. And I guess that's kind of further proven by the point that we just got our next FC Rudely. So now we can fuse that. And to give you an idea, to just give you the ballpark, FC Rudely cost me $350 in a string to get him. So even though I've used him a lot, there is absolutely no way on this planet I've got $350 of value between the time that I got him now and earlier, if you understand what I'm saying. Yes, the second poll does make the fusion, and the fusion's nuts. And if you didn't know it, let me show you. You can actually like fuse these characters. So if you have two of the same ones, you can put them together, and then look at the stats that go up. It's quite ridiculous. Oh wait, hold on. We got to unlock him real quick. Let me unlock his buddy real fast. That way we can crunch him. So let me show you. So this is quite cool, but there's no way it's worth it, right? Like, absolutely no way. So if you go in and you do, let's see, when you do the fusion, don't transcend him. That would be a bummer. So there, let's fuse him. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. They get crunched together. Now look at the stats, okay? 4,400 combat power, 67.5 attack, 96.5 defense, 382 HP, and he gets attack speed, which is quite important, hit, which is important. Block is, I still don't quite understand the way block works, if we're being honest. And then the dodge rate I think is kind of cool. Dodging seems OP, and crit rate obviously is the best one out of all of it, plus 49. So that is quite ridiculous, but again, it's not worth it. Also, you'll notice I have a bunch of tickets. There's actually some interesting trick with that. Tickets stack up to like a certain amount. I haven't quite figured out what it is that makes it go. I've seen it stack up to 12 and then to 9 seems to be fairly consistent. But what I'm trying to figure out is if I can stack tickets and then use them on the day you want. So if you're 3 days out from like Ice Day and you're trying to get a whole bunch of ice books, you could stack your tickets, right, for Experience Sanctum or something and then do all 9 on that day. So if somebody out there has already got that figured out, find that person who's got it figured out, find out that information, eat it up, and then prepare your characters with that. I mean, I would pretty much always do like the solar trade routes and stuff because it doesn't really matter. But unless there's a certain day you can clear, then there's certain days you can't. And that might be something you could kind of abuse too. Something else that's important is to understand how the polish system works. So if you're early on, you may not understand that there's actually different types of polish. So if you go to auto polish something, it's going to try to match like necklaces to necklaces and swords to swords, okay? But it's not always going to get it correct. If you're trying to level something that you don't have the polish for, it's just going to jam in whatever polish you do have. Like if I don't have necklace polish and I'm only trying to polish a necklace, it will throw a sword or a chest plate and all that in there. You can't have that because unfortunately, it's crucial you match them to the right ones because of how much you need to polish something. Like if I click on here and go to polish, right? And it's like, this is a helmet, okay? And I got nothing for the helmet, so everything's just the standard experience, okay? But if this was, let's see, let's find a necklace real quick, okay? So here's a necklace. Let's go, or here's a weapon. Actually, this will work. So if you go look at the weapon here, it's 6,000, but it's 7,100 with the weapon one. You get bonus experience, and that's a big chunk of difference. You see, level 23 as compared to level 22. That's, you know, a whole level difference. So you don't want to waste your resources by just spamming auto polish. I have done this before, and I didn't realize how badly I was boning myself over time. Definitely ignoring my dispatches, and I'm not just talking about building the teams because I've ignored that too, but literally ignoring the dispatches. Don't forget to go in and get them. And then look, your teams, you need to work on these guys because look at the difference in reward. You see how the reward goes up? It's just like the percentage of how good your team is, right? It's the same little circle they do there. As the team gets better, so do the rewards. And these are freebies. I mean, you need your freebies because God knows this game can be expensive. Are you guys ready for the people that stayed all the way to the end? You guys get one more poll just for you guys, you know? All right, here we go. Come on, man. Bait us with another one of the vinegar capes. Man, I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure I would have put $100 on the line that was FC Degas or whatever his name is. Instead, we get this Yahoo. Oh, come on, man. One time, no whammies. Where is it? Come on. 0.7% chance. Any day now. Pow, there it is, right there. All right, well, we had our brown cape for the day. That's all we get. All right, unlucky, never lucky, boys. If you like this video, then like the video, please, and subscribe if you're new so you can see the next one. And I love you. Bye-bye.